Okay, it's Saturday, last day.
Big
con.
day.
Big day of the con and last day of this con. Second day for us, third day for everybody else because of our travel. We've got Tiny Tina today. That's probably true. Tiny Tina today, or this morning. And then we're going to switch to a shoulder and do interviews and then go to Matt Smith and maybe Sylvester McCoy. Yeah, that's right. So Doctor Who cosplayers. Yeah. So we're just going to kind of wander around a little bit and do some cosplay hangout. I think take some pictures of cosplayers, see some cool cosplays. We got a few hours to chill out here and nothing really scheduled until like 2 o'clock when we start our interviews. And so we'll go back to the hotel and change back into a shoulder before we come back. But we got a couple hours just to hang out and see the cosplays, which is definitely one of our favorite things. Yeah, so we're going to go check it out. In addition to all the really cool group photo shoots, like you saw with Doctor Who yesterday, they also do at Salt Lake Comic-Con and FanX, they do these individual shoots. So you can just kind of come through and go through the line, and they take these really great professional photos of you. And then there's a screen over here where they post. I'll show you when Presley does hers. You can see it kind of come straight up. And I think they post to Facebook. We'll find out where they post, and we'll put a link to Presley's picture when we find it. But it's really cool that they do this kind of as a service. You can come through. These guys really churn through. We see these photographers a lot at a lot of the cons. But they do really great work, and it's cool to get a nice, high-quality professional photo of your cosplay that you can have. Yeah. These guys are super nice.
No.
You got to work on your poses, though. You got to know what you're going to do when you get up there. Presley's going to do her individual shot.
Oh, I like it.
Jacket like that when you're straightening it.
There's a lot of really good Ruby cosplayers this year, which we're excited to see. We got some pictures. I'll probably scatter some in here if I can. What do you think so far, Pujan?
Yeah, the Ruby cosplayers are definitely really good so far. I've basically just been like, is that a Ruby character? Yes, let's go take a picture now.
Really good cosplays this year, though. It's smaller than Comic-Con.
Yes.
So this is a really good first con, again, like we were talking about the other day. Like this, like a ton of people, a ton of vendors, lots of panels, lots of content, but it doesn't feel huge. Like it doesn't feel as big as it is and as many people are just coming through. So like if you want to travel to a really beautiful place and go to a really awesome big con like FanX and even Comic-Con in the fall here in Salt Lake City are just awesome choices. Like I love these places. Yeah? And luckily they're just like an hour plane ride away from us. Or we could even drive. It's like an 8-hour drive and it's a gorgeous drive. So we may bring the family out in the fall and make it a family vacation and drive out and drive through the mountains. Right? Yeah. This time with a blizzard and all, not so much, but maybe in the fall it'll be a good time to drive out. So another big con tip for me, at least, is if at all possible, stay in the con hotel or one like right by, because we're right across the street. So we can, if you got 30 minutes free, that's enough time to take a couple of minutes to walk over to the hotel. You could spend 20 minutes chilling out and resting a little bit, and then 5 minutes to walk back and get to your next thing. Presley's doing costume changes, as she always does, and so whenever you're doing. Trust me, it's easier to do a costume change in your hotel room than in the bathroom over at the con, which we've done before when we're not in a con hotel. So book early, reserve a room. The great thing about hotel rooms is you can cancel with nothing. It doesn't cost you anything. So if you think you might be going to a con, grab one of the hotel rooms and hang on to it. And if you decide not to go, you can cancel it later and you'll be fine. But if you decide to go late and you don't have a room, you're probably not going to get one. And then if you have to take a shuttle or an Uber or a taxi or something to get to your hotel, then just having 30 minutes or even an hour free is not enough time to get back to your room and chill out. And it's when you're walking around all day and doing that kind of stuff, it's just so good to be able to come rest for even 20, 30 minutes in between things. So I highly recommend that you try and find a con hotel room. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because Presley's going to chill out now, yeah?
Yes. I'm going to learn out and watch a bunch of tape.
Okay, so we just did Presley's interviews. We did J. Scott Savage, and then almost immediately after that, we did Shea Fontana. J. Scott Savage wrote Mysteries of Cove, The Fires of Invention. I always get it wrong, but that was right. That was actually correct. Shea Fontana is the main writer for DC Superhero Girls. They were both excellent interviews. Insert clip of interviews here.
Okay, so first question is, a lot of people sometimes say that they have like this one core idea or scene that they want to put in a book, and then they write an entire book around it.
Yeah.
Was there something like that for Cove, and what was it?
There was. I normally start with characters. Like when I wrote Far World, it started with the idea of what if there was a boy in a wheelchair and a girl who lived in a world where she was immune to magic, but everyone had magic, and then everything built around it. With Mysteries of Cove, this started with the idea of a mechanical dragon. My wife and I went to go see this Broadway musical, Wicked. And when you walk in the theater, before the curtains even open, up above the stage is this huge mechanical dragon. And I walked in and looked at that, and I was like, I have to write a book about kids building a mechanical dragon, you know? So that was the moment, and then the other pieces came together.
So there's this really amazing corporation called Gina Davis, and they're all about this slogan that if she can see it, she can be it. And they're all about feminism and how underrepresented girls are in movies, behind the camera, in front of it, and all sorts of stuff like that. And your characters are really important because they are kind of showing girls that they can be really amazing superheroes and all sorts of cool things like that.
Thank you so much. That's definitely something that we're trying to do. We want to show girls that they can be the heroes of their own stories. So we have these amazing female superheroes at the forefront. They're the center of our universe, and they are empowering the girls that watch them to, you can be a hero. You can be a hero, you can be whatever you want. You can be a scientist like Ivy, you can be a chemist like Frost, but whatever you want to do, you can go out and do it.
And there you go. Those were a couple of clips of the interviews, and the full interviews will be posted in a couple of days, but they were fantastic. Presley, tell us a little bit about what you thought about the interviews.
Yeah, it was really fun. Both of them were really nice, and I'm glad that I got to interview them this weekend. We might have another interview coming up, we don't know, but I was really glad I get to meet them. And now we get to go do a photo op with Matt Smith.
If later tonight, if we have time, we're going to talk to the writer of the webcomic Not a Villain, which is really cool. Presley got to meet her and talk to her and stuff, which was really cool, and she agreed to talk to us. We just need to find a couple of minutes where we can grab her and come do it, and we'll make that happen if we can. We're back in the photo op line. It's time for Matt Smith, which is going to be badass, I'm sure. It's going to take a while to kind of get through all of this, so there's going to be some time to chill out. I'm going to put Presley sitting on the floor using my phone, or her phone. No, it's back at the press room. It's in my backpack. So I'll give Presley my phone, she'll chill out and kind of hang out while we wait forever to get through the Matt Smith part. But we'll kind of update you when we get up to the front again. So they do have like a very Disney thing going on. It's kind of cool where like you wait in a line and then you move, but then you're just moving into another line. And then you move again and you're just moving into another line. And so it kind of feels like you're making progress each time, but you're really kind of just getting in another line. But it actually is kind of nice when you get to stand up and move and go somewhere else. It's very Disney. They've definitely taken some cues from some line management, I think. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go do our thing and drop off our bags and switch through and put this stuff away.
Bags to drop off.
Oh, I don't have bags this time, so I'm not going to forget my bag this time.
Yay!
This is actually, it will be a first for me. We're just going to slide through. We're going to put things down. I'll just put this in my pocket, and then we'll go from there. There's Matt doing his pictures. So we got a cool thing. Yeah, if you saw him over there. You'll see the picture of her with him, and we'll go from there. You excited?
Yeah.
Who are you going to see?
Matt Smith.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's who I'm going to see.
Okay, so we just finished the Matt Smith photo shoot, and Presley is like as giddy as I have ever seen her in a photograph. It's really silly. I'm going to try and show you. Yeah, so this is another thing that we really love to do at the cons, and it's almost like a cosplay scavenger hunt kind of thing, right? So if we're really into a fandom right now, or we just kind of hear that people are doing things, then we go after it. We just found our parents, and we're going to get a picture of them. Sorry. There we go. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. So as we're talking about cosplay scavenger hunt, we found like the #1 person on our cosplay scavenger hunt list. That was actually pretty. So I'm going to talk about cosplay scavenger hunt again real quick to see if we find the other person on our cosplay scavenger hunt list. Oh, right there. That's the girl. So, what do you think? I know, it totally works. We just saw the other person we were looking for while we were talking about cosplay scavenger hunt. It's the craziest thing in the world. I wish I had discovered this technique years ago. I was going to say that's the worst, is when we're walking through one day and we see somebody and we're like, oh, we'll see them later and get a picture, and then you never see them again. Like, always, don't assume you're going to see them again, okay? All right, we're going to go see this person.
2 last pieces of advice. First of all, find the fresh squeezed lemonade people. For some reason, they're always great at the cons. It's our con tradition to find fresh squeezed lemonade. And second of all, just find a place to sit down and hang out for a little bit. You might have like a really hectic schedule where there's celebrity signings, you have to go buy stuff in the expo hall, and photo ops, and all sorts of stuff like that. But it's nice just to take a second and sit down and watch some cosplayers go by, see some people you like, maybe get some photos, but just chill out. We're about to do a photo op with Sylvester McCoy, so we're just going to kind of sit here and hang out for about 30 minutes until it's time to head over.
I'm looking at Ruby's ship list because they all have really creative names.
So yeah, we're following the Ruby ship list because of the way they name the characters. It's pretty awesome. There's a huge list online we're looking at. But so we're gonna have some PF Changs to kind of wrap up our trip out here to Salt Lake. We'll go home or go to the hotel after this, get packed up, get some sleep, get up, go to the airport. So tomorrow will be another travel day. We'll take you along and you can watch us travel. But for now, I think we've probably done it. Yeah? Awesome. So thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.